You're listening to Bush Radio. Bush Radio.
Your real talk radio.
State Affairs with Edmund Obilo is live.
Dr. Amusat, you were kidnapped. Tell us your story.
Yes, it was on the 25th of May, 2018. I was traveling to Adewole, to be specific. So after, leaving Ijebu-Jesha, so we were approaching that sharp bend called Iwaraja. That was where we were ambushed.
By
men, let me say boys, all of them, they were 10. All of them.
What kind of boys? No.
Camouflage.
Did you see their faces?
I stayed enough in that forest with them to not only to see their faces, but to understand their psyche.
Are they Fulani?
Yes. But my takeaway, which is very, very fundamental, is that they wouldn't have survived. They wouldn't have continued, to carry out their nefarious activities with reckless abandon without the support of the locals.
How?
So obvious. They have, a supply line, food. They go outside to buy food, Indomie, and cook. And on the average, daily we were trekking, on the average 5 kilometers.
Daily.
Later, I knew, about the fourth day that we were just walking in cycle.
Exactly.
Right? And, when they ran out of airtime when they were negotiating with my friends. Someone sent them airtime. So, even if you don't have money, there are people in that forest willing to buy your body parts. This is not a moon life story. I witnessed it. So, you have these guys are so mentally deranged to the extent that they slaughter people, bring out their intestines, and you have people that are willing to buy, negotiating.
How did you cope for 6 days?
This is my head. They will have to continuously beat you, especially when they were at the moment of discussing with your colleagues. The more they beat you, the more you mount pressure on your colleagues to please,
your own people,
please, so look for money. If you don't want me to die here, for 6 days I didn't.
Did they speak English?
Only one of them does. Just this, my money.
Just a smattering.
Yeah, smattering of English.
The Jolatwe.
Yeah. It's a terrible thing, and as Mr. Bangbushe was saying the other time, that we probably underestimated this problem. At the time, it was the herdsmen were ravaging the middle belt, feeling probably it will not get here. And we were making this mistake. The government was understating the problem. Even the media was, and I used to get worried. In fact, that prepared me to actually do a piece, which I sent for publication. Because each time I always hear people say, farmers, herdsmen clashes. And each time I felt irritated. Because, as linguists say, words don't lose their meaning. Words change their meaning. Words drop out of use, but don't lose their meaning. The word clash means a fight between two groups. I'm yet to read of any report stating that herdsmen and farmers were turning their guns on each other, with each of them counting their casualties at the end of the day. I'm yet to read such a report anywhere. If I am not well informed, I want to be informed. So what has been happening has not been clashes, but we are witnessing the menace of the herdsmen. That has been the situation. Imminent present and imminent dangers that they constituted all along. Now it is with us here. And I just want to counsel my fellow discussants who have been in the vanguard of these moves to forge a united and solid front. As Yoruba people say, Oritu to shoro kojo. You cannot afford to get tired. Because to get tired is to surrender. We should not.
When the minister's son
continue.
was kidnapped, you could see the mobilization into the forest.
Yeah.
Commissioner of police, everybody moved into the forest.
Yeah.
It seems it's good to move into the forest. And the next day, the boy was released.
Which is frightening. In how many directions can they move like that? So the key thing, honestly, to me, this war has to be fought with technology. There are technologies available to check anywhere, to look into places, to see where anybody is lurking, even to know any movement of cattle into this area. We should start from there. Map out all this, because look, there's an overlay of different groups. There are herdsmen, yes, but there are bandits. Yeah. Then there are also kidnappers. There are also people who are ritualists. So they have all overlaid, and one will use one as a smoke screen.
Becoming a network.
But let's start by first removing the source of the fire. If we can track every cattle movement and quarantine them, then we can go and locate people who are involved in any form of violence.
Now, the governors of the Southwest are calling for a security summit. Is that a good way to go?
Well, I believe it's a good starting. I mean, we just have to put heads together. We've got the resources. We've got the people. The only thing is that everybody's doing his own thing. Everybody's moving his own direction.
But it seems the governors in the Southwest, because of their APC background, perhaps are speaking quietly to the president. They are not showing the bravado.
Perhaps, they have to, it is a situation where even politics is being politicized. They have to protect their job. They have to exhibit solidarity. I feel it should not be at the expense. At the expense. Or because you are there because you have people to govern.
That's right.
You are there because you see where you are is still relatively safe, peaceful for you to dispense patronages and what have you. But that time is, I think these barbarians, I'm not trying to press the alarm button, Edmund. These barbarians, they are at the gate.
At the gate?
They are at the gate. We have to save ourselves.
We have no chance.
Bush Radio.
Bush Radio. Bush Radio.
Bush Radio.
Your real talk radio.